Here is an Afina 3D scanner that I'm going to be putting up for sale on eBay. I really like it. This scanner is just like the, if you can, let me try and focus here. This scanner is made by Einscan, so this is the same as, and I'm sorry, I say Einscan. It's probably my Pennsylvania Dutch here. This is the same as an Einscan S. In fact, the software at the top here says Einscan S on it. And everything that comes along with it, the documentation and everything else, has, including the dongle here for the software, which it's on the other side. I can't flip this over, but it says Einscan on it. This comes in a plain white box, just kind of like it's a generic scanner, but you can see who it's made by. And it was sold under the name Afina 3D. So there's probably a whole series of videos I could make on this scanner. I'll show you what I'm doing with it now. I wanted to play with it for just a little bit before I'm selling it, and why I'm selling it is because my main scanner is a David scanner, which has now been taken over by Hewlett-Packard. I hope Hewlett-Packard is not the demise of that scanner, because I really like it a lot. But I actually bought this one just to kind of play around with it, and it's the exact same concept. There's two cameras and a video projector. And I'll tell you something here with this scanner actually is recognized by David 5 version 5 software, even the David version 4 software. Difference between 4 and 5 being that version 4 works with just one camera, so it only picks up one of these cameras here, and version 5 is capable of using two cameras. So version 5 software actually picks up both of these cameras and their drop-down menu of cameras, and the video projector that's in here is detected too. So I have actually used this scanner here with David 5 software, which is now Hewlett-Packard version 5. That's something I haven't seen anybody mention on the internet anywhere. But if you want to try some different software, you can probably find David version 5 on the internet and download it for free. The only difference between the free version and the paid version is that you can't save your project. You can try it out, you can do whatever you want to with it, but you can't save it. So it's like you can try it, but it's not really going to do you any good other than learning the software, because you can't save what you spent all that time scanning. Now, if you look at this mess here, say, what the heck is this guy doing here? Look at all this junk on here. Well, this is my manual turntable that I was playing around with. This is just used as a weight. This is just a cheap couple dollar wooden turntable that I adapted. This is from a Next Engine scanner, because I have an extra. I have also tried Next Engine scanners. This is from a Next Engine scanner where I'm holding the part. This does not come with the Afina Einscan scanner package. I do have the turntable, which is also marked Einscan. I'm probably not saying that right. Just call it any scan. Any frickin' scan. So this table works fine, but in this case, I've been trying to scan this wheel center here, which is actually made out of aluminum, and it had some reflective surfaces on it. So let me go over to my messy workbench here. I spray the items with this, there we go, Heidi Swap spray. It's not Heine Swap. It's Heidi Swap. This is a chalk spray. This stuff is great. I haven't found any difference in the colors at all. Doesn't matter if you use green, white, whatever. I got green because it was cheaper. $9 a can versus $30 a can for white. I've tried many different colors of this, and it works great for dulling the part, and it washes right off. Hasn't damaged anything that I've put it on so far. So the idea of my contraption here is I don't care much for the manual alignment in this software. So I'm putting things in the scan that are easy to remove in post-processing. And that's the idea here. Put things in that are easy to remove in post-processing, but they give the scanner something to reference to when the software does an alignment. This is something else I haven't seen anybody really talk about, but it works. This is just something I printed out on the computer. Totally random symbols, numbers, whatever. But it helps the scanner software find items to line back up again. And I've had some problems scanning the back here of this wheel. And it's because I'm not thinking of the right word here, but as far as the software is concerned, since this is like a symmetrical item, I don't think that's the right word for it, but the software might take this opening in the wheel and stick it over here, and it could orient this in any different direction. So you almost have to tell the software what to do by putting easy to remove items in with the software. That way you're giving it reference points without putting stickers or markers on your actual item. So what I wanted to show here, I'm going to turn this light out. What I wanted to show here was a scan that I just did, and the software didn't line up correctly. So I want to show you what to do when the software doesn't line up correctly. You can try to do a manual alignment, and there'll be instructions along here. I don't really care for their manual alignment that much. I rather skip off and reposition the item and go to another scan. That's gonna seems to be a time saver. But I'm going to show you here how not to delete your whole project. Just delete your last scan, which is denoted by it being this green area. This is my last scan. Software grabbed it. It should have put the little pumpkin guy down in here, but it didn't. It lined up these holes, since that represents the major part of the scan, and that happens sometimes when doing a part like this. Like I said, a part like this is very difficult to scan. If you're doing like a little toy soldier figure, or if I was just doing the pumpkin guy, that works great because there are a lot of defining different features to that item that you're scanning. This one is uniform in shape, really has no defining features. So again, I'm sorry for repeating myself, but that's why I put items in with what I'm scanning that are easy to take out, because in post-processing, when you turn this, it's easy just to take out your things that you don't want in it. So adding things into your scan is okay as long as they're not actually touching what you want to keep, because I could edit out the little pumpkin guy, but you know why he's there, for a reference point for the software. So if I want to remove that in this software, all I need to do is click, I clicked on Align, and that brought me into this screen where you can place reference dots in one spot and then reference dots in the same spot. I was just going to skip over this, and I just want to delete this last scan here. So what I can do here is, let me think here what I do. I don't hit complete. I didn't do that. I clicked on Align, brought me into this screen. Oh, that's where I get. Now, this is your alignment screen where you can put the dots on either side. I have to refresh my mind because I was using the David software as well. Now, when you click on Delete Model in this alignment screen, it is not going to get rid of your whole project. You don't have to start over again. You just want to get rid of that one scan that didn't align. So you're going to click Delete Model. That's going to take you back to your screen. Let me zoom in on this. That removed just that last scan. So we can give this a try again. So I'm going to do this quick before I end the video. And we're going to spin this back around and let's try this position. This seems to be where I'm having trouble when I'm getting past the halfway point on the back. And this is what the camera is seeing. That's what the one camera is seeing, and that's what the next camera is seeing. Let's scan this and see what happens here. So we're going to click on Continue. Now we're going through the stripes here of the scan. It's a structured light scanning system. David software, which is Hewlett-Packard, works pretty much the same way. Even the light patterns look the same. Always wanted to try Flex Scan. That's another type of structured light scanning. Okay, now next screen's going to show me the scan that it just took. And when we click Next here, it's going to do, the software is going to do an automatic alignment, and we'll see what shows up here for the next picture. It didn't align it again. I can see here that it put the little pumpkin guy up here, which is down here. So I might try a manual. I'm having problems, like I said, doing the back here. I don't know if it's because of this post here I have in the way. I put some electrical tape on it to cut down on some of the shine back to the camera, thinking that that was causing it. So I'm at 12 minutes here. I'm going to end this video, and I'm going to show you here that we could go to Align. Brings up our alignment screen, and after I'm finished with this video, I am going to try that scan, that position again, and I'm going to try the alignment process. But again, we can click on Delete Model. You're not going to delete the whole model, so Delete Model, and that pretty much gets rid of that scan that did not line up, and then we can press Continue to keep going. There are a lot of great features with the software, but you got to learn all the little tips and tricks on what to do. Like for the alignment process, you need to hold down the Shift key, and then do your left click and put on your alignment dots. You put like a little dot on this stem of the little pumpkin guy's head, and then you'd put a dot in the exact same place over there, and you do a series of 3 dots, and that's how the manual alignment works with this software. So we're at 13 minutes there. There's a little tip, a little trick for this scanner, but it really does work nice. I have gotten results with this just as good as I have with my my David scanner. But you need to know all these little tricks and tips to get through some of the items that you're scanning. Thanks for watching.